Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope that you are doing well, and I welcome all of you in this series of lectures. So, today, as you know, that we have taken up yesterday or in a previous lecture, we have taken up the topic that is print culture in India or India and the world of print. In that, I told you that we can divide this topic into two. One, the period before that existed before the age of print in India, and second was the period after the age of print, or the period of the age of print. So far as the first period is concerned, that is so far as the first period, that is period before the age of print in India, we discussed that, and in that I told you something about these manuscripts, the earliest writings in India, how they were written, and we discussed many things about them. And last point that we discussed in the last in this YouTube video was about the problems associated with manuscripts. Although manuscripts were very useful, as they were the important means, or they were the important these writings, because the ideas were written in them, the information was written in these manuscripts, and these manuscripts provide us valuable information about India. So about the problems we have discussed, the problems that were associated, first important problem that we discussed was expansiveness. These manuscripts were very expansive, and second problem was that these were also fragile means ये बहुत नाजुक थे, सॉफ्ट बहुत ज़्यादा थे, and because of which care was taken while handling these. A lot of it needs a lot of care while handling these manuscripts. Also, these manuscripts were written, their script was written in different styles, which again made it difficult for the readers to read them. उनका स्क्रिप्ट जो है वो डिफरेंट स्टाइल्स में लिखा जाता था, जिसकी वजह से वो मुश्किल होता था उनको पढ़ना. Now moving forward, that's why their use was limited. They were used. These manuscripts were used limited. Their use was limited, or they were used very limitedly. ये बहुत कम यूज किए जाते थे in everyday life. Now, a very interesting thing that we are going to discuss is about the pre-colonial Bengal. Pre-colonial Bengal. In the pre-colonial Bengal, it is said that large number of village primary schools existed in Bengal before the pre-colonial period. Pre-colonial Bengal में, यानी कि ब्रिटिश रूल से पहले बंगाल में जो विलेजेस थी वहां पे बहुत ज्यादा प्राइमरी स्कूल्स थे. And what was interesting is about these primary schools is that students don't know how to read. Students not able to read. Students hardly have seen the books. Students ने बहुत कम किताबें देखी थी, उन्होंने किताबें ही नहीं देखी थी, इसलिए उनको जो है पढ़ना ही नहीं आता था. They don't know how to read the texts. इनको texts पढ़ने नहीं आते थे. And this was interesting thing about it. They learned only to write. इनको खाली सिखाया जाता था कि कैसे लिखा जाता था और इन्होंने किताबें नहीं देखी थी. Then how were they educated? How were they this given education? फिर कैसे education देते थे इनको? Actually teachers जो थे, gurus जो थे, teachers used to teach them. Teachers they used to teach them orally. इनको orally जो है वो पढ़ाते थे, जुबानी वो पढ़ाते थे. And the teachers, the gurus, they had their memory was very sharp. उनकी sharp memory होती थी और इनको भी orally वो जुबानी पढ़ाते थे. And students used to write that. ये जो इनको orally पढ़ाया जाता था, students वही लिखते थे. Students write, they used to write that down. They used to write down what was dictated or what was orally transmitted to them by the teachers, by the gurus. And because of this problem, because they don't know how to read the texts, this kind of education system, it produced many literate people. इसीलिए बहुत सारे literate थे, पढ़े लिखे थे, but they hardly have read, they don't know reading texts. उनको किताबें पढ़ने नहीं आती थी. And they have never read any kind of text. इसीलिए उन्होंने कभी भी किताब नहीं देखी थी. जो भी पढ़ाया जाता था वो जुबानी पढ़ाया जाता था. इसीलिए उनके पास जो नॉलेज थी वो ऑरली बताई गई थी और उन लोगों ने कभी भी किताब नहीं देखी थी. आल्दो वो पढ़े लिखे थे लेकिन उनको किताबें जो है उन्होंने कभी किताबें देखी ही नहीं होती थी. They had never seen any kind of texts. That's why they were literate people, but they don't know these how to read a text. किताब को कैसे पढ़ा जाता है और किताब उन्होंने कभी देखी थी, पढ़ने का सवाल ही नहीं था. While now, so this was about what was the period or age, the period that existed before the age of print. Print से पहले इंडिया की एज क्या थी? Age period before the coming of print in India. Now another period was period or age of print. अब प्रिंट की एज जहां तक है इन इंडिया, सेकंड पीरियड. पहला पीरियड हमने पढ़ा प्रिंट से पहले, बिफोर द एज ऑफ प्रिंट, व्हाट वाज गोइंग ऑन इन इंडिया, हाउ वर द आइडियाज एंड द इंफॉर्मेशन रिटन. We discussed that. Now coming to second period, that is the period or age of print in India. It is actually, this age began after the coming of print. प्रिंट आ गया तो ये एज जो है, एज ऑफ प्रिंट इंडिया में स्टार्ट होती है. एंड द फर्स्ट प्रिंटिंग प्रेस, the first printing press in came to Goa. The first printing press in India, first printing press जो इंडिया में पहुंचा वो पहले गोवा में आया. And that printing press was brought by the Portuguese people. Portuguese people or Portuguese missionaries. एक्चुअली दिस प्रिंटिंग प्रेस सबसे पहले इंडिया में पोर्चुगीज और पुर्तगीज मिशनरीज के थ्रू पहुंचा, और वो गोवा जो है, गोवा में सबसे पहले प्रिंटिंग प्रेस लाया गया, एंड इट वाज ड्यूरिंग द मिड 16th सेंचुरी में हम देखते हैं सबसे पहले गोवा में जो है प्रिंटिंग प्रेस लाया गया, और वो पोर्चुगीज मिशनरीज के अंडर आया, उनके थ्रू पहुंचा इंडिया। एंड Jesuit priests, they learned Konkani. Jesuit priests were the Portuguese, the priests that these were the Portuguese missionaries, priests, religious, these people, religious missionaries who came with the Portuguese people. As you know, that Portuguese were the first people who discovered sea route to India. It was Vasco da Gama from Portuguese, and they came to India, and with the passage of time, they started appointing their governors before the British even, and this was the first company. And this Vasco da Gama, he also visited twice. Many times he visited India, and these Portuguese, they started appointing their governors. They started dominating the trade of India, and in that way they also their missionaries also came to India, and their priests, the priests of the missionaries of Portuguese, they learned Konkani. Konkani was at that time the language of the गोवा में वो कोनकानी लैंग्वेज जो है वो उस वक्त की भाषा वहाँ की थी, लैंग्वेज थी। एंड दे स्टार्टेड प्रिंटिंग, और दे प्रिंटेड सेवरल ट्रैक्ट्स। उन्होंने फिर बहुत सारे ट्रैक्ट्स जो है उनको पब्लिश किया, प्रिंट कर दिया, बहुत सारे ट्रैक्ट्स लिख दिए, बहुत सारे स्मॉल पीसेस ऑफ पेपर जो है, किसी भी मसले पे, किसी भी इशू पे उन्होंने जो है कुछ ट्रैक्ट्स लिख दिए, कुछ रिटन पीसेस लिख दिए, ठीक। एंड दीज वर देन प्रिंटेड बाय देम, इनको प्रिंट किया गया और फिर इनको पब्लिश किया गया। एंड इट वाज फाउंड दैट about 50 books were printed by 1674 in Konkani and Kannada languages. Konkani and Kannada languages, who were then the indigenous, the native languages, the vernacular languages of India or regional languages of India at that time, especially in the region of this Goa. So these in these two languages, इन दोनों लैंग्वेजेस में, कोनकानी और कनारा लैंग्वेजेस में जो है 50 बुक्स प्रिंट की गई थी 1674 तक, इस प्रिंटिंग प्रेस के थ्रू जो पोर्चुगीज ने इंडिया में लाया, especially in Goa. And then various people, various missionaries, they came to India, and after that, even these Catholic priests, they came to India. Catholic priests, these were those who were associated with the church, or you can say popes वगैरह जो थे वो भी आ गए, and they printed first Tamil book. The first Tamil book was printed by them in 1579 at Cochin. कोचिन में सबसे पहले जो है कैथोलिक्स की तरफ से जो पहली किताब लिखी गई तामिल भाषा में, तामिल लैंग्वेज में, वो 1579 में लिखी गई. एंड आल्सो इन 1713 द फर्स्ट Malayalam book was also printed. So these Catholic priests, the priests associated with the church, so these people, they published first book in Tamil language, and that was published at Cochin. वो कोचिन में पब्लिश हुई 1579 में. And second, they published in 1713 another very important book that was in Malayalam language. So these two books were printed on behalf of Catholic priests. After that, as you know that many people, many missionaries or many these companies, trading companies, they came to India with the passage of time. Dutch also came to India. Dutch भी India आ गए trade करने as trading company, and with them Dutch Protestant missionaries also came to India. They also floated in India, and they started printing their own literature, and they printed 32 Tamil texts. And these people were very important. So Dutch, from time to time various these trading companies, they visited India, they came to India with the purpose of trade. So these people, various people, they visited India with them, with these trading companies. Dutch came, and with Dutch Protestant missionaries also came, and they printed. उन्होंने कितने बुक्स प्रिंट किए? 32 तामिल टेक्स्ट्स उन्होंने प्रिंट किए. एंड among these 32 Tamil works or Tamil texts, some of these were translations of old works. कुछ इसमें old works जो पुरानी किताबें थी उनकी ही ट्रांसलेशन उन्होंने कर डाली in Tamil language. So they learned the Tamil language. इन्होंने तामिल लैंग्वेज जो है वो लिखी, फिर ये सीखी, फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता से इन्होंने उन ही वर्निकुलर लैंग्वेजेस में जो इंडिया की उस वक्त की थी, तो उन ही लैंग्वेजेस को जो है उन्हीं लैंग्वेजेस में बुक्स को ट्रांसलेट भी किया, तर्जमा किया बुक्स का. कुछ उसमें पुरानी किताबें थी उनका इन्होंने तर्जमा किया, और this is how they played very important role. Or you can also say these were very important attempts, these were very important these efforts which were made on the behalf of various companies and the missionaries from time to time in India. So this is about this age of print. We are discussing about it, and we have a lot to discuss about it. So this is about how various people, various missionaries, they printed various books in the vernacular languages of the India. And likewise, East India Company also came. These were from English, So East India Company, they also came to India with the purpose of trade, but there were no books were published by the East India Company for a long time. So no books in English languages. इंग्लिश लैंग्वेजेस में कोई भी किताबें नहीं लिखी गई बहुत टाइम तक. एंड आल्सो इंग्लिश प्रेस जो है, आल्दो डच प्रेस भी इंडिया में आ गया, डच वालों ने भी बुक्स पब्लिश की, पोर्चुगीज ने सबसे पहले की, कैथोलिक प्रीस्ट्स ने की, बट वी सी दैट इंग्लिश languages did not flourish in India for a long time. बहुत टाइम तक इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज जो है, इंग्लिश प्रेसेस जो है, रादर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज प्रेसेस जो थे, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के प्रेस जो इंडिया में आने वाले थे, वो भी काफ़ी टाइम तक जो है फ्लोरिश नहीं हुए. इंग्लिश language presses, they do not flourish in India, they did not grow in India for a quite long time. And even after the East India Company, this company started trading, जब ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी की तरफ से जो है ट्रेड भी स्टार्ट हुआ, तब भी जो है ये बहुत टाइम तक लेट हो गया. ये इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के प्रेस बहुत टाइम तक लेट हुई इंडिया में. एंड इट वाज फाइनली दिस ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी विच बिगेन इन लेट 17th century. लेट 17th century में ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने बहुत टाइम के बाद जो है, दिस ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, इट स्टार्टेड इंपोर्टिंग इंग्लिश प्रेसेस. इंग्लिश के प्रेस जो है इंडिया में काफ़ी टाइम बाद आए, वो भी लेट 17th century के बाद. और वो इंग्लिश प्रेसेस जो है वो ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी के एफर्ट्स की वजह से और इन्हीं की वजह से, इन्होंने जो एफर्ट्स किए, द एफर्ट्स मेड बाय दिस ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी finally proved fruitful, and from the late 19th century they started importing English presses in India, which was very good development so far as this print culture of India, or the growth of print in India is concerned. And the first magazine that was started, the first work that was started in India was in 1780. In 1780, first work was started in India, that was by James Hickey. James Augustus Hickey. James Augustus Hickey was the first person who started from 1780 this a magazine called Bengal Gazette. Bengal Gazette. Bengal Gazette was the first magazine which was published by James, or which was printed with the after the this long efforts of James Hickey from 1780s, and this was a weekly. This Bengal Gazette was a weekly magazine. This was a weekly magazine which was published by them. So this is about, we will discuss further about James Hickey and his efforts in our, and also about this Bengal Gazette in our next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz and thank you.